it sounds like a trick question. I mean, they just bludgeoned the Chiefs. They didn't beat them. They didn't edge them. They stomped the Chiefs 38-20. And yes, they have absolutely passed the Chiefs in the AFC. Now, that doesn't mean that'll be the case in late December and January. But right now, and I'm not just basing this on the record, they are better than the Chiefs as we speak right now. And the Chargers are better right now. Some would argue Baltimore and Cleveland. I wouldn't go there. But I think the two teams that are better than Kansas City right now in the AFC are the Chargers and Buffalo. And I think Buffalo is number one right now, Nick. Here's the thing. Their defense, we know they're great against the run. They're giving up the fewest points in the league by like 3. And the other teams, Nick, the other 4 teams that are allowing fewer than 20 points a game, they don't have the offense that Buffalo has. And that's the thing. Buffalo's defense is light years ahead of Kansas City. Their run game is right now better than Kansas City's. And obviously, Clyde Edwards-Helaire got hurt last night. We'll see how serious that is. But they got a better run game, not just because of the backs, Devin Singletary and Zach Moss, but Josh Allen. He runs it as well as any quarterback in the league not named Lamar Jackson or Kyler Murray. I mean, he's huge. He's got speed. And you could see some of those defensive backs from Kansas City were glad that he slid a few times last night. Because when he gets a full head of steam, I don't think some of those little defensive backs want to tackle him. So he is a threat running the football as well. And, Nick, we know how bad Kansas City's defense is. But they can get away with that against a lot of teams. But there are several teams, not just the Chargers and the Bills, but the Rams, the Buccaneers. There's several teams who offensively might not be quite as good as Kansas City, might not. But they're on that same level. And then their defenses are better than Kansas City's by a wide margin at this point. Yeah. And so that's the problem for the Chiefs. If a team can hang with them offensively, they're going to win because their defense is going to be much better.
Well, then it becomes, who has the ball last. And the Chiefs should not be in a position where every game's a coin flip about who has the ball last because neither team can stop the other team.
Right.
Last night,
they
would have loved to be in that position. And nobody wants me to sit here and defend the Chiefs this morning. And right now, the Chiefs are not a defensible team. They are literally play no defense. And then, kind of practically, it's hard to defend what they've put on film through 5 weeks. They are a turnover machine offensively. They create no turnovers defensively. And I would have felt better. I understand Bills fans this morning, and they should. I talked a lot of trash, and I was wrong about all of it. So they're enjoying themselves today, and good for them. That's fine. You deserve it. That's why sports are awesome. I would have personally felt better if I thought Josh Allen was just dicing the Chiefs up. Like, oh, my God, look at the throw he fit into that tight window. Instead, it was a lot of Daniel Sorensen running to the sideline for a chat mid-play. It was how many times do I got to watch Tyrann Mathieu be like this 40 yards out of the play saying, whose man is that? So the fact that the Bills did everything that they did without Josh Allen playing I know his numbers were unbelievable. If you watch the game, though, it was a lot of throw. This throw particularly was really good. But the other deep throws were guys wide open. Absolutely. That throw, listen, Josh Allen, it's not like he played poorly last time. My point is, though, you had two plays like the one we were just about to show where guys are just wide open. So I'm not defending the Chiefs this morning. They're not running the ball well. They're turning the ball over a ton. I don't love how Andy Reid handled the fourth downs last night. And the defense, without Chris Jones, who's their best player and their best corner, even if they were there, the defense wasn't good. With all that said, the best team in the AFC right now is the Chargers. The Chargers, in my opinion, have a better quarterback than Buffalo, have a better coach than Buffalo, and while the numbers don't say it, and I understand the Chargers allowed the Browns to score 40 last night, they have a defense that, because of the talent of Derwin James and Joey Bosa, I think over the course of a season is going to instill more fear in the opponent than Buffalo's defense,
They don't have a better
which is a
kicker than
collection
Buffalo.
of guys. And so, no, that's definitely true, Jenna. And the Chargers seemingly have never had a great kicker. That's right. But you know
no
what?
offense.
Having a bad kicker might actually help the Chargers because it'll make Staley go for fourth downs and 2-point conversions even more than they already are. Right now, as we sit here today, Broussard, I think the Chargers are the best team in the AFC. And that's I wish it was Buffalo because Buffalo's not in the Chiefs division. I'm sitting here saying that the team the Chiefs got to catch in the AFC West is the best team in the AFC. Now, let me say one other thing about the Bills, Broussard. I do think the Bills are going to be the 1 seed, though. I think the AFC North is going to beat itself up. The AFC South is a Travis Shamrocker. You don't have to worry about the 1 seed coming out of there. And the AFC West, I think the Chargers having to play the Chiefs again. I don't think the Broncos and Raiders are really good, but they're good enough. Plus, the schedule the AFC West has is far tougher than the AFC East. I think the Bills, if we can put their schedule up at some point, are screaming towards 14-3, 13-4, because you look at it and you're like, wait, the rest of the year, other than Tampa, is there a single game they're not going to be a significant favorite? Maybe at New Orleans, but they'll be a favorite there. At Tennessee, they're a favorite. So I think Buffalo is going to be the 1 seed, but I think the Chargers are the best team in the AFC right now, Broussard.
Look, I just said a few segments ago, the Chargers' resume is as impressive as anyone's in the league, maybe the most impressive in the league through 5 weeks. So that's arguable for sure. But, Nick, I'm pushing back because I don't think you're being fair to Josh Allen. Josh Allen was great last night. And, again, it wasn't just the passing. It was the running. This dude is a major threat. Pat Mahomes,
that's fair.
I would take Pat Mahomes, obviously, over Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen's a better runner, though. I think he's more of a threat running than Mahomes is. And I don't want to make a huge deal out of that because he's not mainly a running quarterback.
Would you take Josh Allen over Herbert?
As a quarterback?
Because I wouldn't.
That's a close one, but right now I would. That's close. It's close, but right now I would. Right now I would.
Okay.
And I think because a few of his receivers, and you're right, they were wide open. Dawson Knox was wide open on the 53-yarder. You still can't take that away from Herbert. I get it that they were easy throws, but we do see Mahomes a lot of times. He may underthrow Tyreek Hill, and he comes back and catches it and then runs with it. So, I mean, I'm not going to hold that against Josh Allen. I thought he played a fantastic game yesterday, made some great throws. We mentioned the one to Emmanuel Sanders on the 35-yard touchdown, which was right on the money. So I don't think you're being fair to Josh because he's nipping at Mahomes' heels. He's behind him. Mahomes is number 1, but he's nipping, and you don't want to give him love. You give Herbert love because Herbert's younger. I get it that Mahomes is young too, but Herbert's is, he's second year. He's not really a threat. Josh is a threat.
On the best football pregame show in the world for 25 years, our Fox Sunday morning pregame show, Jimmy Johnson, our dear friend who I interviewed just last week filling in for Colin, said he would rather have Justin Herbert than Patrick Mahomes. Now, I disagree with Jimmy, but I'm not lashing out at Justin Herbert. I am, if nothing, Broussard, if this morning has shown you nothing, and if these 10 years of friendship have shown you nothing, I drip in objectivity. I do not allow personal biases or feelings to infect my commentary.
Tears,
Jenna.
Broussard.
I just think Herbert's the second best quarterback in the AFC.
One word, tears.
That's what I think, Jenna.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.